Welcome to the hidden corners where truth and terror collide. Discover a realm where the lines between the living and the supernatural blur as you embark on a journey to the paranormal and visit the mysterious hidden corners of your mind. The Siren'S Song by Ginger Winters. The ever-constant waves crashed against the battered remnants of the ship, its once grand sails reduced to tattered ribbons fluttering in the wind. A mere shell of its former glory, it had now become a haunting relic adrift on the unforgiving sea. The wooden hull was weathered and worn by the relentless assault of the waves. Its broken masts jutted out at odd angles, like skeletal remnants reaching towards the heavens. The ship groaned and creaked as it rocked back and forth in the ocean's embrace. How long had he been adrift? Days, years, lifetimes? It didn't matter. He was lost forever on this craft, doomed to walk among the ghosts of his former shipmates and mourn the life he had once lived on land. He'd given it all away for the sea. He had died 1,000 deaths out here in the depths of this abyss. Night after dark night, alone, listening for her song. In love with the mystery itself, he longed for her touch. She was his only salvation, and she was his death. For her song, he had traded his soul. He had doomed all his crewmates. He had forsaken his life. He was trapped in an eternal limbo aboard his decaying vessel. Desperate and consumed by longing, he had sealed his fate to forever wander the vast expanse of the ocean, hoping to hear just one more refrain of her haunting voice. His crewmates had warned him. They begged him to cover his ears, but he refused. They locked him in his cabin and tied him to his bed, but they couldn't prevent his descent into madness. He tore at the rope that bound him till his fingers bled. Unable to break through the cabin door, he crawled through the window and escaped his confinement. She waited for him, out amid the churning waves, her song ever present in his ears. Why didn't the others hear her? Why couldn't they see her? They grabbed him, tried to hold him back, but he tore free and dove into the depths below. They searched for him for days, and they finally found him, grasping a piece of driftwood, his clothing shred from his body. He was alive, if you want to call it that. His eyes were vacant. His soul appeared to have left his body, leaving a breathing, yet shallow, shell of a man. Try as they might, the crew could not find their bearing or set their sail for home. They searched the horizon for a sign of land and consulted their navigational charts, but it was as if the wind seemed to mock their efforts, constantly shifting and swirling, refusing to grant them a steady course. The compass needle spun wildly, rendering it useless in guiding them towards familiar shores. The stars above provided no guidance, their once familiar constellations obscured by a veil of mist and confusion. The ship remained trapped, drifting, forever denied the solace of finding its way back home. One by one, the crew members died from starvation and thirst. Depression and then madness settled in, leaving only the captain to wander aimlessly, stern to bow, bow to stern, forever pacing the deck of the ghost ship, lost in the hidden corners of his mind.
Captain's Log, Day 67. I cannot bear this torture. I've failed my crew, my employers, and myself. Daily, I drift further into madness. The incessant repetition of her haunting melody echoes within the chambers of my mind. What once was pleasant, even desirable, has become a maddening symphony that reverberates through my very being. I can no longer distinguish between the real and the imagined, and I feel that line blurring with each passing day. I feel the tendrils of madness slowly coiling around my mind. I find myself drifting even deeper into this state of obsession. Her voice rings in my ears, whether awake or sleeping, and fuels my body into insatiable longing that consumes my every thought. It is driving me to madness, and my crew knows it. They do not hear her haunting cry. My men, once loyal and steadfast, now cast sidelong glances and whisper among themselves. I hear their hushed conversations. They are questioning my judgment, and I fear they will revolt. I find solace in the disarray of my quarters. I have thrown the ship's logs and papers haphazardly, the charts crumpled and discarded. My instruments of navigation mock me. The compass spins aimlessly, mirroring the chaos within my own troubled psyche. Sleep eludes me. When I close my eyes, her haunting vision materializes before me, her voice wrapping around my thoughts like a suffocating mist. Her allure is irresistible, drawing me ever deeper into the depths of my own obsession. I catch whispers of mutiny, yet I cannot blame them, for I too question the grasp I have on reality. As I pen these words, my hand trembles. I fear that I'm losing myself, that the Siren's Song has claimed not only my mind, but my very essence. How I long for respite, for the sanctuary of sanity that now eludes me. May the heavens have mercy on my soul, for I fear that madness has become my eternal companion in this accursed voyage. I only pray that my men find their way back home.